What's going on, everybody? It's Tim, and you're here at Stock Picks by Tim, and I'm going to get into Bitcoin really quick today and a couple of stocks here. But first off, Bitcoin, it is breaking out. We're right now, as of this upload, pushing past 48, and let's look at it on the chart actually real quick. Now, as you can see, we broke this upward channel here, and we just started pushing ever since. I think it's definitely due to pull back a little bit, start testing these lower areas like this 46 level. Maybe we'll come back down and test this upward, this like trend line here, test the top of it. But I do expect Bitcoin to start cooling down just a little bit. It is breaking out, and things are definitely looking very, very euphoric. We're not in extreme fear anymore. We're not even in fear anymore. We're actually starting to get into the greed territory. But there are definitely a lot of things going on that are just pushing Bitcoin up. First off, we broke our most local top here, pushed higher, broke this top, pushed even higher, broke out of this upward trend line, continued to push, and zooming out of the chart, we are working on this area right here. I want to see us start establishing some support. To me, like I've said with these pumps here, it's too fast, and we're not developing support. You want to exercise caution when you see that. So, I like this. I definitely like this nice upward trend, trying to establish some possible areas of future support, but this is too fast in my opinion. I'm definitely overall bullish on Bitcoin, but to me, from a technical standpoint, I think it needs to start cooling down. We need to retest some lower levels, and to me, that'll be a great opportunity to average in and to continue to add. Now, looking at the RSI, we are actually the highest we've ever been since dating back all the way to the 8th of November 2021. Now, looking at it though, it does appear that we are bouncing on this yellow trend line, but I think we're going to break this and we're going to continue down and kind of get to more of a neutral RSI, and I think that'll be a healthy thing for Bitcoin. We do need to come down a bit, retest some levels, establish some new supports, and then continue further. And now, I also wanted to touch on CleanSpark really fast. This has just been continuing upwards. We're actually, we were up like 6-7% on the day, started cooling down a little bit, but now that Bitcoin's pushing back higher again, breaking out past 48,000, CleanSpark's starting to run a little bit as well. Now, once I start seeing some weakness in Bitcoin, we might see this in the next few days, I am likely going to trim on my short-term position on CleanSpark. I do have two positions in it. I have one long-term position and then a short-term position that I kind of like to swing trade here and there, try to buy the bottom and sell the top. And I'm likely to sell some of that. Once Bitcoin starts pushing downwards a little bit, I will likely take some profits. I definitely think CleanSpark can come back down a bit, retest this like $11.50 level, see if it holds, and then push higher. But things have definitely been looking very good for everything crypto related. Now, if you don't know CleanSpark, definitely check out some of my previous videos. It's my highest conviction Bitcoin miner. And make sure you check out the links below for some free crypto and stocks. They are now profitable and their revenue has been steadily increasing quarter over quarter. Gotta love it, and it's also an energy play with the microgrid side of things. And next up, I wanted to talk about Sphere 3D or Any, and this one is still expecting that merge with Griffin Digital, but be aware that that earnings is coming very soon. We don't have a confirmed date, but looking at TradingView, you click here, it's the 1st of April 2022, coming up very soon. But when you go over to NASDAQ.com, it says it's expected April 14th, just based on previous earnings. This isn't confirmed. And going over to Sphere 3D's investor relations, there's nothing here either. They will likely post something very soon though, so keep an eye on their earnings, and this will likely come out. They were expecting the merger in Q1, might not happen, and we might see a little bit of a drop. Although you could argue that this has dropped quite a lot, and let's go back to the chart here. Now, this one has been on a considerable downtrend ever since that merger was delayed, their last earnings was announced. But looking at it, it did establish a support right around that like 190 level, and we did push up from there. And we did break our 300 moving average, the first time we've done that since our downtrend. And you can argue with a lot of small caps, even with crypto, with just a lot of these stocks that have been in a continued downtrend for almost a year in some cases, you could argue that these are now starting to reverse and things are starting to look very bullish. Now, VGX, another crypto that I absolutely love, is very, very small cap and is very slept on. This is Voyager's token. It is native to the Voyager app. And I absolutely love this, even at its current price, even though it's ran quite a bit, and it is now bounced very nicely up over that 300 moving average. You'll see we had a few false breakouts. It broke out, but just not enough to keep that momentum. And it also depends, of course, what Bitcoin's doing. Bitcoin's going to dictate the market, so this might be looking at some potential breakout, but then maybe Bitcoin falls at the time, so it just stops that breakout, stops a potential breakout. Well, now things seem to be flipping, and I'm extremely confident in VGX over the next few years. Now, as for Voyager, the company, they've been seeing revenue growth, they've been seeing user growth, new users, and also they're going to be integrating their wallet. We're going to be getting the USDC debit card, and we're also going to get the 50,000 tier, or the best tier for VGX rewards. And we're still waiting on an update on what the actual rewards are going to be, but I think it's going to be pretty interesting, and you're going to want to stick around with VGX to find out. And as a side note, they are also going to be offering NFTs on their platform very, very soon, as well as stock trading. So I definitely think Voyager, the company, has a lot of growth ahead of it, and that to me means that VGX token is going to grow as well. And when you look at their tokenomics are pretty good as well. I actually did a video. I'll try to leave you guys a link below in the description for that. But yeah, I like their tokenomics. There's not going to be a whole ton of dilution. There's of course going to be some dilution, but I think the growth will far outweigh any dilution that VGX will have. But I just wanted to give you guys an update on what Bitcoin was doing, a couple of stocks I was watching here regarding the Bitcoin mining space. If you like my content, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I do put out daily videos, and until next time, take it easy.